Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I am Riaz Hussain Junaid and I am delivering the video lectures for the course of Applied Electricity and Electronics. The course code is CEE103. This course is being offered by the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering, Kamsat University, Islamabad Wagh campus for the semester of fall 2020. This is a series of lectures and today we are going to discuss lecture number 17, and today's topic is problems on nodal analysis. In total, we'll be discussing 32 lectures of this course. And for the students' information, these video lectures and lecture slides are being prepared from the textbook of Fundamentals of Electric Circuits. The author is Alexander Sadiko. In previous lectures, actually in previous three lectures, we discussed the nodal analysis. We discussed that how we can apply nodal analysis to the circuit that contain only current sources, and especially in previous lecture we also consider the circuit that contain voltage sources as well. So now we have clear path that how you can apply nodal analysis to any kind of circuit that contain either current sources or voltage sources. So let's continue. Today we'll be seeing more examples related to circuits that we can solve using nodal analysis. So let's see the problem. So problem is that obtain V0 in the circuit shown. There is a circuit, this is the given circuit, and we want to find V0, that is voltage across 4 kilo ohm resistance, and we want to apply nodal analysis. So remember the rules to apply the nodal analysis. We have to select the ground node. This node can be selected as a ground node, and this is the non-reference node. So in this circuit there is only one non-reference node. Next step will be assigning or showing the current directions. So let's see the solution. This is the circuit. Here we have shown the current direction. You can see that current direction in this branch can be shown from this point to ground, this non-reference node. Here we can see the voltage, in fact current direction from this node to ground node and from this node to upward node. So you can see that voltage here, that is at this non-reference point, will be V0. So now we can easily apply KCL, because in this non-reference node there are three branches connected. So we can see that, and this is incoming current, this is also incoming current, and this is the outgoing current. So according to KCL, sum of the incoming current should be equal to the sum of outgoing current. So current in this branch, you can see that current will be equal 30 minus V0 divided by 2K, and current in this branch will be 20 minus V0 divided by 5K, and current outgoing current will be V0 divided by 4K. So we can simplify this. Since there is only one variable, so only we only need one equation, so we have constructed this equation. So now we can easily simplify for V0. This is very easy algebraic solution. So actually V0 is equal to 20 volts. So you can say that voltage across 4 kilo ohm resistance is 20 volts. So let's see another example. Find the node voltages V1 and V2. This is the given circuit. You can see that here again there are two voltage sources involved, and we have there's one current source. So we want to find actually V1 and V2. So again, remember to find the voltage V1 and V2, you can see that these are non-reference voltages. So we must assign the current direction in each branch. So we can use the passive sign conventions to assign the current direction. So let's see the solution. So we can redraw the circuit as shown in the second diagram. This is the ground node. You can see that there are two non-reference nodes, V1 and V2. Also, it means that we must have to construct two equations. And you can see one thing, that this 1 volt battery is connected between two non-reference nodes. So, and there's no resistance here, so this means that we have to actually construct a super node here, and this actually voltage source is connected between a ground node and a non-reference node, so there's no need to construct a super node, and also here some kind of resistance is also given in this branch, so we can easily write down the equation for the current. But in this equation branch, we cannot write down the equation for the current using Ohm's law because there's no resistance here. So anyway, this is, now you can see that actually this is the super node. So current direction in this branch is given 2 ampere from V1 to downward, or node number 1 to ground. Here we can show the current direction from node number 1 to ground. Here also we can show the current direction from node number 2 to ground. And also in this branch we can show the current direction from node number 2 to ground. So now we can easily use the KCL. You can see that actually we cannot use KCL at point number 1 and point number 2, but we can use KCL at this super node. So let's continue. This is the circuit again. We have redrawn the circuit. So applying KCL at the super node, you can see that at super node there are 1, 2, 3, 4 branches connected. This is outgoing current, outgoing and outgoing and outgoing. All 4 currents are outgoing and there is no incoming current. So we can say that sum of all these outgoing currents should be equal to 0. Current in this branch is 2 ampere. Current in 1 ohm will be V1 minus 0 divided by 1. Current in 2 ohm resistance, in fact 1 ohm resistance that is connected in between 2 and the ground node is actually V2 minus 0 divided by 1, and current in this 1 ohm resistance will be V2 minus 2 divided by 1, that should be equal 0. So now we can simplify this very easily. This will be V1 and plus V2 plus V2 2V2, and this is minus 2 plus 2, so this will be cancelled. So v1 plus 2v2 is equal 0. 2v2 is equal 0. This is equation number 1. So now you can see that actually we have constructed one equation. We still need another equation because there are two unknowns. So now we cannot use KCL further at any branch or node. So in this case we can actually use some kind of Kirchhoff voltage law at the loop that contains the voltage source that we included in the super node. So now we can actually apply KVL in this loop. You can see that if we start from this point, voltage here is V1. So first polarity is that we are encountering is negative or ground. So minus V1 plus 1 plus V2 is equal 0. So applying KVL to the loop containing the super nodes, minus V1 plus 1 plus V2 is equal 0, or V1 minus V2 is equal to 1. So now we can call this equation as equation number 2. So now we can easily solve these equations, that is equation 1 and equation number 2 simultaneously. So in this case V1 is 2 upon 3 and V2 is equal to minus 1 upon 3 volts. So now we have the values for V1 and V2 as V1 is equal to 2 upon 3 and V2 is equal to minus 1 upon 3 volts. So let's see another example. Obtain VA and VB, that is voltage and our node voltage at point A and node voltage at point B. Again you can see that in this circuit we have current source, the 1.5 ampere, 3.5 ampere, another current source, and this is battery 12 volt, but this battery is connected between two non-reference node points A and B. Again you can see that there are only two non-reference nodes, point A and point B, and this is the ground node. So if we want to apply KCL, you can see that at point A we cannot apply KCL because in this branch there's only one voltage source and there's no resistance, so we cannot use Ohm's law to construct the equation for the current in this branch. Similarly at point B we cannot use the KCL in this branch, so we cannot use in fact Ohm's law at this branch, and we cannot use KCL at this point. So this means that we cannot use KCL at any of the points. So anyway, since there are two nodes, so this means that there are two unknown voltages VA and VB, so we need two equations. So another thing we can use that we must have the direction for the currents in each branch. Current direction in this branch is given, and we can show the current direction in this branch from point number A to ground, and here current direction is given from point B to ground, and here we can also show the ground current direction from positive point to negative point. So this anyway, since 12-volt battery is connected between point A and B, so we can say that this is some kind of super node. That is, point A and point B form a super node. So with super node, there are four branches connected: 1.5 ampere branch, 6 ohm branch, 3.5 ampere branch, and 3 ohm branch. So we can start applying KCL at the super node. So you can see that this current is incoming, outgoing, outgoing, and outgoing. So only one current is incoming. So 1.5 should be equal. Current in this branch will be VA divided by 6. Current in this branch is 3.5 ampere. So VA upon 6 plus 3.5 plus current in this branch is VB divided by 3. So we can simplify this equation. We can take LCM. LCM will be 6. So we can multiply with 6. So anyway, this will be VA plus 2VB is equal minus 12. So let's call this equation as equation number 1. So next, because we cannot use now KCL, so we have to actually apply Kirchhoff voltage law in the loop that contains the battery that was presenting some kind of problem. So now we can use KVL in this loop or in this loop. So applying KVL in the loop containing the super node, we have, you can see that minus VA minus 12 plus VB is equal 0. So minus VA minus 12 plus VB is equal 0. So we can rearrange this equation as VA minus VB is equal minus 12. So this let's call this equation as equation number 2. So now we can simultaneously solve equation number 1 and equation number 2. So solving equation number 1 and 2, we get VA is equal minus 12 and VB is equal 0. So now we have the required voltages VA and VB. So let's see another example. Use the supernode to find IX. We have actually given a circuit. In this circuit, again, you can identify that there's one current source, this is another current source, and this is a battery or voltage source. And this battery is connected between two non-reference, that is point, that is V1 and V2. And one more thing, you can identify that there are three non-reference nodes. So let's suppose that voltage here is V1, here voltage is V2, and here voltage is V3. So this means that we have to construct three linear equations to solve for V1, V2, and V3. So anyway, since 6-volt battery is connected between two non-reference points and there's no resistance connected here, so it means that V1 and V2 will form a super node. You can see that we cannot apply KCL at V1 point and V2 point, but we can apply KCL at V3 point. So let's proceed. Before proceeding, remember that we must know the current direction in each branch. Current direction in this branch is from V1 to ground. This is the ground point. Here current is also actually from V2 to ground. Here current direction is already given. In this branch, current direction is from V2 to V3, and in this branch is already current direction is given. So we can apply KCL to super nodes. Before applying KCL to super node, we can see that at KCL there are 1, 2, 3, and 4 branches connected. This is outgoing current as seen from the super node. This is outgoing current, and this is outgoing current, and this is the incoming current. So we can say that sum of the outgoing current should be equal to the sum of the incoming current. So current in 0.5 ohm branch will be V1 divided by zero point 0.5. Current in this 0.5 ohm branch will be V2 divided by zero point 0.5. And current in this branch will be V2 minus V3 divided by zero point 0.5. That should be equal sum of the incoming current, that is 2. So we can simplify this equation. So equation will be V1 plus 2V2 minus V3 is equal to 1. So let's call this equation as equation number 1. So still remember that we need two more equations. So just mention that we can apply KCL here because there's no problem. You can see that in current in each branch can be written either as a constant current or using Ohm's law equation. So current here is 4 ampere. Current in this branches will be V2 minus V3 divided by zero point 0.5, and current in this branch is 2 amperes. So You can see that this is incoming current, this is incoming current, and this is the outgoing current at node number 3. So sum of the incoming current should be equal to the sum of the outgoing current. So incoming currents are, number one is point current in zero point 0.5 ohm resistance, so V2 minus V3 divided by zero point 0.5, and second incoming current is 4 ampere, so plus 4, that should be equal to sum of the outgoing current. So outgoing current is only 2 ampere. So we can simplify this equation. So this will be V2 minus V3 is equal minus 2. So let's call this equation as equation number 2. You can see that is we still need one more equation to solve this system of linear equation. So now we don't have any chance of using KCL at any other node. So we have to use KVL. So we must use KVL at the node that contains the super. In fact, we must use KVL at the loop that contains the super node. So then actually we have to use KVL in this loop. So applying KVL to the loop containing the super node, you can see that we can start from here. Voltage is minus V1 minus 6 plus V2 is equal 0. So minus V1 minus 6 plus V2 is equal 0. Or we can rearrange this equations in standard form. V1 minus V2 is equal minus 6. So let's call this equation as equation number 3. So now we have three equations in three variables. So now we can easily solve using system of linear equations. So solving equation 1, 2, and 3 simultaneously using Cramer's rule, Gauss-Jordan, or using calculator, we have V1 is equal minus 2 volt, V2 is equal 4 volt, and V3 is equal 5 volts. Since we want to find Ix, remember that Ix is equal to actually V2 divided by zero point 0.5. So zero point 0.5, this is not 0.05 number, 0.5 only. So Ix will be equal V2 divided by zero point 0.5. So 4 divided by zero point 0.8, this will be 8 ampere. So this will be the value of Ix, that is current in zero point 0.5 ohm branch. Let's see another example. Find the node voltages in the circuit shown. So before finding the node voltages, we have to identify that how many non-terminal nodes are there. This is actually one node. Remember that this node and this is same node. So let's call this node A. So voltage here is VA. This is also another node. Here four branches are connected. So this is let's call this node B, and voltage is VB. And this is another node. Let's call this node C. So voltage here is VC. You can see that in this circuit, currents are actually current sources and batteries also involved. So let's suppose that current here is actually it is given minus 3 ampere. This is flowing from this direction, minus 8 ampere flowing from downward to upward direction. Here 25 ampere from downward to upward direction, and between point B and C, you can see that 440 volt battery is connected. And here you can see one important thing, that resistance are not involved, actually conductances are involved. So this is 0.15 Siemens conductance, this is 0.2 Siemens conductance, 0.25 Siemens conductance, and 0.05 Siemens conductance. Remember, resistance and conductance are reciprocals of each other. So we have now three unknown voltages. So it means that we have to construct three equations in variables VA, VB, and VC. So anyway, you can see that we can apply on KCL at point number A, but we cannot apply KCL at point number B and point number C. So one equation we can construct at the this point number A or node number A, when we can use construct the equation at this super node, and another we have equation we have to construct using Kirchhoff voltage law. So let's proceed. First, we have to again remember that identify number of voltages and number of nodes. We have done that. Now we can actually show the current direction. Current direction in this branch is given, and current direction in this branch is not given. So we can assume the current flow is flowing from A point to B point. Current direction in this branch is given. Current in this direction branch is not given. So we can assume that current is flowing from point A to point C. Similarly, in current in this direction is not given, so you can assume that current is flowing from B point to ground. This is the ground point. Similarly, let's assume that current is flowing from point number C to ground in this branch, and here current direction is already given. So apply KCL to the super node. You can see that at super node, number of branches that are connected: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There are 6 branches connected. This is incoming current, outgoing current, incoming, outgoing, and outgoing. So if we count the number of outgoing currents, 1, 2, three are outgoing current and three are the incoming current. One, two, and three. These are the outgoing current. In fact, incoming current. So let's start from this equation. Actually, in fact, this current. This is the outgoing current. So minus 3 plus another outgoing current is current in 0.05 Siemens resistance. So current will be equal 0.05 multiplied by VB. Current in 0.25 will be 0.25 multiplied by VC. So that should be equal sum of the incoming current. Incoming currents are 25 and current in 0.15 Siemens by resistance. So this will be 0.15 multiplied by VA minus VB, and another incoming current is actually current in zero point 0.2 Siemens resistance. So this current in this resistance will be zero point 0.2 multiplied by VA minus VC. So now we can simplify this there as 0.35 VA minus zero point 0.2 VB minus 0.45 VC is equal minus 28. So let's call this equation as equation number 1. So now we can apply, at least you can see that now we don't have any choice of applying KCL at any of the other nodes, that is at node B and node C. So we have to apply KCL at the uh, KVL at the super node. So we have actually here KVL at the super node. So you can see that if we start from this point, so we have minus VB and minus 440 plus VC is equal 0, or VB minus VC is equal minus 440. So let's call this equation as equation number 2. So now we can apply KCL at point A. At point A, you can see that there are 1, 2, 3, 4 branches connected. Current in this is incoming current, and 2 are the outgoing current. So current in 0.15 Siemens resistance will be VA minus VB multiplied by 0.15 plus current in zero point 0.2 Siemens resistance will be VA minus VC multiplied by zero point 0.2. So that should be equal sum of the incoming current. So incoming current is minus 8 minus 3. So this should be equal to minus 11. So anyway, simply after simplifying this equation, we have 0.35 VA minus 0.15 VB minus 0.2 VC is equal minus 11. So now we have equation 1, 2, and 3. So now we can solve like these equations simultaneously. So we have VA is equal minus 90, VB is equal to minus 310 volt, and VC is equal to 130 volts. So these are the values for node voltage VB, VA, VB, and VC. So these are the techniques for applying nodal analysis. Let's see another example that we want to find VA and VB in this equation. Thank you so much. It's enough, I think.